Okay, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do another example here. It's a bit different because now we are looking at application of the general formula for geometric number pattern or geometric sequence, also known as exponential sequence. So let's just get straight into it. We know what we are given. That's the sequence 2, 6, 18, and 54. The pattern continues all the way to infinity. We are asked to determine the next two terms, the nth term, and then they're asking us which or what is the 20th term, as well as which term is 1, 3, 1, 2, 2. So let's look at the solutions to this question. Okay, the first part, to solve that, we are just supposed to get the next two terms. Basically, they're asking you to indicate what these terms are. So how we're gonna do that is by firstly getting the common ratio, because we are dealing with a geometric number pattern. So to get the common ratio, I would first recommend that you rewrite the pattern, and then you get to see how we actually get the common ratio. You just take the second term, you divide it by the first term, that it gives you 3. The third term divided by the second term, you get 3 again. Fourth term divided by the third term, you get 3 again. So basically, to get if I put this thing in writing, to get the common ratio, which is r, you take term 2, you divide by term 1, and then you should be getting the same value as when you take term 3 dividing by term 2. The same value you will get it if you take term 4 divided by term 3, and that gives you r, which is equals to 3. So basically, to get to the next term here, all you need to do is to multiply the current or the most recent term by 3, and then 54 times 3, it gives us what? 162. 162 times 3, what do we get? We get 486. Basically, those are our next two terms that they are looking for. So all now that you need to do is to just write your final answer and say the next two terms are 162 and 486. Then you are done answering the first part of the question. Moving on to the second part of the question, they asked us to get the general formula, or the nth term, or the general term. So remember, for a geometric number pattern, the general term is given by a r exponent n minus 1. So basically, we need to know what a is, but we know that a equals to term 1, and term 1 is actually equals to 2. R, we've already determined that it's equals to 3. So now all you need to do is to substitute, and then we are done. Exponent n minus 1, we can just remove the brackets for 2, and then we know that this is basically our solution. Then we are done. Or we can just leave the brackets out completely and write it like this. Then we are actually done with that part of the question. Okay, moving on to the third part of the question. What are they asking us to do in the third part of the question? They're asking us to get the 20th term, or basically they're asking us to get the 20th term, or term number 20. That's how you can say it. So we know that the general term is given by 2 times 3 to the power n minus 1. So 20th term, basically just substitute n by 20, and then you should be able to get your answer with ease. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. So when you just put this thing on the calculator, you'll get 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 2, 9, 3, 4. That is your term 20. Then now you are done. You can move to the fourth part of the question. The fourth part of the question, they are saying which term is 1, 3, 1, 2, 2. So Similarly to what we did when we were solving the linear number pattern as well as the quadratic number pattern, we'll just need to rewrite the formula or the general term which is given by that, as we have solved it for it already. And then now they are just asking us which term of the number pattern is actually 13122, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so that's what they were asking us to get the position basically. So the question is basically asking you to get the position of this term. I mean, this is a term of this number pattern that we have here. It's one of the terms, so they're just asking us which what is its position. So basically we just need to solve for n from here. So how do we go about that? So now just as simplifying, you can just divide by 2 on both sides. Let me continue using a black pen. So dividing by 2, 131 to divide by 2, what is the value? Is 6561, and then we are left with 3 to the power n minus 1. If you just say on your calculator, assuming you have a Casio calculator, you would know that this you can write it as 3 exponent what? Let me just do that. 6561 answer 3 exponent 8. You can do that thing on your calculator, and then it will show you that 6561 is basically can actually be written as 3 to the power 8. Therefore you know that 8 is actually equals to n minus 1. Therefore n equals to 9. Then you now have your answer, which therefore means term number 9 equals to 13122. Then now you know which term it's actually equals to 13122. Then you have answered all the questions. You can move on to other things. We'll look at other problems where we probably going to be applying the sum or the series formula for linear / arithmetic sequences, as well as the geometric sequences or series. Then we keep it moving like that. Thank you.